atheists can't ground logic or morals. When I speak about ground, I'm speaking about giving an epistemic justification for logic itself and morals. Go ahead.
Okay, so first off, I'm a nominalist and a metaphysical naturalist, so I think logic is just a descriptive tool that we use to operate in reality based off of, how we evolved to cognize reality, right? And morality, I'm a non-cognitivist and an ethically motivist, so I don't think moral statements have truth value. I think they're just expressions of emotion.
Okay, so morals don't have any truth value. They're just expressions of emotions, right?
Correct.
All right, so when you speak about logic is descriptive, so logic itself, would you consider that to be universal?
No, definitely not.
Okay,
like the three classical laws, like identity, non-contradiction, and excluded middle, are those three laws definitely not universal? No.
Got it. So they don't apply everywhere?
Yes, Gödelian incompleteness can demonstrate that.
And can you explain how it doesn't apply everywhere?
So what Gödel's incompleteness theorem shows is that you can have a contradiction that's proven within assumed axioms under bivalent logic. It's basically showing the limits of bivalent logic. So it's a mathematical theorem.
So you can have a contradiction.
I can give you an example, right?
That doesn't apply to a contradiction? Explain.
No, yeah, I'll give you an example. So there's the linguistic form. You've probably heard before, the liar's paradox. This sentence is false. So what Gödel did that with bivalent mathematics. Bivalent logic is classical logic. So what I'm saying is he showed it's not just a linguistic paradox. Like you could just say this sentence is false. It's also a mathematical paradox under the same strict axioms of classical logic.
Okay, so does 1 + 1 always equal 2?
Under bivalent systems.
No, does 1 + 1 always equal 2?
No.
When does 1 + 1 not equal 2? Where?
I couldn't really give an example, but it's just under my worldview.
So that would be checkmate. So you're just saying no because you're saying no with not giving a justification or a reason to why.
You didn't say I have to prove it. It's just I accept that it could be. So I'm saying that it's possible. I'm just saying that it's possible. I'm not saying that it is.
Wait. Slow down. You're making a claim and you're saying that
it's possible.
Slow down. You're making a claim. You're saying that logic isn't universal.
Correct.
So math infers logic, and I ask you 1 + 1, does that always equal 2? You stop.
Possibly that's not the case.
Wait, stop out. You stop because you're trying to think about it. You know that you can't point out anywhere or any scenario or any type of anything where 1 + 1
actually I can.
wouldn't
Yes, I can.
equal 2.
I can. Yes, I can.
Go ahead.
Okay, so no, all right, I'm explaining this. I'm a mathematical nominalist, right? So
I don't care what you are. When does 1 + 1 not equal 2?
I got you. So do you understand this syntax and semantic distinction?
Bro, just explain to me when does 1 + 1 not equal 2?
This is the explanation.
Go ahead.
So there are only two semantics for numbers. This is cardinality and ordinality.
Great. Right? So explain to me when it does not equal 2.
I'm explaining.
Okay.
So cardinality refers to amount, which could, so like, let's say you have $2, 2 meters, 2 miles, anything amounts, right? And then ordinality, order, right? Rank number 2, I'm in second place, this position, right? So that's the only two semantics that numbers can fall into. Semantics are doxastic states, which require minds, right? You need a mind to quantify. So basically, cardinality and ordinality. If I remove cardinality and ordinality, which, right, because by your position, numbers are ontologically necessary. So numbers should exist without these doxastic states of cardinality and ordinality. So if I remove...
When you're speaking about...
No, here's my question. If I remove amounts...
You're not answering the question.
No,
you're speaking babble right now. I'm going to explain. But I'll let you finish. Well, finish your sentence. I'm going to debunk everything you just said. Go ahead.
If I remove cardinality and ordinality, 1 + 1 does not equal 2. It
doesn't matter what you remove or anything, right? It doesn't, all of the stuff you just said did not explain or demonstrate a scenario where 1 + 1 would not equal 2.
I just did.
You didn't. Okay, I'm going to explain. So you said that there's amounts and there's
if you cardinality and ordinality, does 1 + 1 equal 2?
Okay, yes, removing something, how can you remove it?
You have no amounts take the amounts in the order out. Does 1 + 1 still equal 2?
When you're speaking about amounts in order, to see an amount, you would utilize the law of identity. You would need to identify. Stop it. Stop speaking. I'll let you speak.
Go ahead.
When you're speaking about amounts, in order to know the amount of something, of anything, you would need to utilize the law of identity. So you're utilizing logic. In order to know the order of something, you need to have the law of identity as well.
You need to have a goal. You have to be goal-oriented.
Stop it. You're not making any sense. So I'm going to help you out a little bit. You are speaking in a way to try to disprove logic by using logic. It's nonsensical. You are telling me that you can, if math...
There's just other forms of logic.
Stop it. If math infers logic, then how can you give me any scenario where 1 + 1 does not equal 2, where you have to use logic itself to try to say that we don't have logic? That's what you just tried to do. It was nonsensical. You used logic to say that we don't have logic. Okay. Do you see how, look, see how dumb that was? That's what, you didn't even have to speak that long. This is what I'm trying to say. You're 20 years old. You're reading some books. You're learning about philosophy and mathematics and stuff like that. But you got to get down to the basics, right? I'm a logician. So you got to get down to the basics. Anytime you are speaking sentences, you are utilizing logic. Currently, right? How can you disprove logic with using logic? If you are going to try to listen.
What is Gödel's incompleteness, guys?
If you are going to try to disprove math itself, because 1 + 1 equaling 2, you are utilizing logic. If you can disprove that, you can disprove logic. That's the claim that you're trying to make, and it's nonsensical because you're using the tool to try to disprove the tool.
It's not that I'm using the tool. There's other frameworks of logic that's not necessarily.
No,
just
stop
possible.
it. We know that there's other frameworks of logic that's out there, but the other frameworks of logic, the coherent ones, they infer the classical laws of logic. Okay? Yeah, so listen to that. There are other systems of logic out there, but they're nonsensical. The ones that like say we don't believe in the real quick. If you say that, you know all of them, right? Real quick. The ones I'm getting to things to you so you can understand that I know what you're speaking about. The ones that reject the law of excluded middle, the ones that reject the law, the ones that reject the law of non-contradiction, right? None of them reject the law of identity. There's not one. They all include that one, but they'll reject the other two. And all of those ones that reject it, it's nonsensical. It's incoherent because if you have the law of identity, it infers the law of excluded middle and the law of non-contradiction. So you're just wrong. Okay, so now let's get back to the prompt itself, right? When we're speaking about atheists cannot ground logic or give an account for logic, I'm looking for an epistemic. Real quick, I'm looking for an epistemic justification for logic, but you just said that logic is descriptive. Well, it isn't. Real quick, it isn't descriptive if it's universal. It isn't just only descriptive if it's universal. And I'm trying to express to you here that it is universal because you cannot disprove it. You cannot demonstrate how it isn't universal. You tried, but you failed because you tried to utilize logic to disprove logic. It was dumb. Now, since we know that it is universal.
It's not.
You're saying that it's not, then give me a demonstration. We're going to wait again. Go ahead, demonstrate it.
Sure. Are universals contingent?
Don't ask me a question, demonstrate it.
Do you believe? I have to know what you believe.
Listen, time out. Do not ask me a question. You asked me many questions already, and I was answering them just to be good faith, but now I have to be a little strict with you. So just go ahead and demonstrate how
logic is universal, right?
Demonstrate how logic isn't universal.
Okay, so now I'm asking you, do you think universals are contingent or not?
Don't ask me a question, demonstrate it.
I need to know what you believe about universals.
Don't ask me a question, demonstrate it.
I need to know what you
demonstrate
believe.
Demonstrate it. I've got to boot you, man, if you can't.
If I don't know what you believe,
I got
How
you.
can I prove?
Vaughn.
If I don't know what you believe, how can I
It's
demonstrate?
Vaughn, right? I wrote your name down because I'm very bad with names.
No,
Vaughn.
you're right.
Okay, Vaughn. I kept you up here. I've been good faith to you. I answered your questions before when you tried to demonstrate things. I answered all your questions. You were going through a demonstration. You was asking me questions. I'm like, okay, I've asked you some questions for clarity. Okay, you explained some things. Okay, we got it. But the conclusion of it was incoherent because you are using logic to try to refute logic, which it can't be done, right? So real quick, now I'm just asking, you're still claiming that logic isn't universal. So I'm just saying, okay, buddy, go ahead and demonstrate it. I'm not answering no more questions about, I'm not going to help you try to demonstrate it.
Like, okay,
go ahead and just do it if you can or not, bro. If you mean
something different by universal than what I mean, how could I demonstrate it?
Okay, so I'll let you know. By universal, I mean that it applies everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean that there's not a time where it doesn't apply. It applies real quick. Real quick, it applies in America, also in Africa, everywhere. When outside of the earth and inside of the earth, anywhere and everywhere, it applies.
So universals aren't contingent, is what you're saying?
Anywhere and everywhere, it applies.
So universals aren't contingent, yes or no?
That's not my stance. Stop it. Just go ahead and get to trying to demonstrate it.
That's the question I'm asking.
No, but why are you asking me a question? You need to demonstrate it. I'm not helping you with your argument.
You're not. It has nothing to do with my argument.
It does. You have a position. You think that is not universal. I'm not answering a question.
Okay,
I went ahead and elucidated. You don't have to explain contingent. I know exactly what it means. Don't do the low IQ stuff, bro. Just try to go ahead and what you're doing right now. Stop it real quick. I'll give you an example of what you're doing for the audience as well, too, because this is educational. What these atheists do is don't speak. I'll mute you if you do speak, or I'll boot you because I need to educate the audience for the tactics. What they do is, since they can't answer the question, they'll just play a game with never answering the question. They'll keep asking you questions to define their own terms. That's all the things that they're doing. So just listen. I literally just explained universal. You asked me a question. No, I don't need to answer any question. I told you I'm not. I did it before. And what you did, your conclusion was nonsensical. So I give you one last chance, or I got to boot you. Go ahead and try to demonstrate it. Go ahead.
So classically, universals are not contingent, meaning they always exist because they don't have to depend on anything else to exist. So they just necessarily exist, right? But my thing is, we can show
that's what you believe.
No, hold on. We can show numbers are contingent on the semantic of cardinality and ordinality. Like I said, if we remove cardinality and ordinality, you cannot get 1 plus 1.
Stop it. Again, you're not answering.
I just removed it. I just gave you a scenario. The universal doesn't apply.
Stop it. Again, you are not demonstrating it. You're moving the goalpost to speak about things that are contingent and not contingent. Me and you have two totally different worldviews. This is why I didn't answer your question. I know in your worldview, you think that it's contingent. No, you think that it's not contingent. That's not my worldview. So for your worldview, this is why I'm not helping.
Wait, you think universals aren't contingent?
This is why I'm not helping you out with your position at all.
Universals depend on
I didn't answer the question.
What does logic depend on?
I didn't answer the question at all. So I need you to justify you see what he's doing, chat? What he's doing is just trying to, he's ask a question so he can get my worldview a little bit, and then so he can ask more questions where it's like, it really doesn't matter if it's contingent.
I mean, I agree logic is contingent, but
so
that's why
go
it's
ahead
not universal.
And try to give me some demonstration on how universals
Godelian incompleteness is the demonstration.
That isn't. You didn't demonstrate.
I can't. But you want me to just do the math on
where does logic not apply?
Where does logic not apply? I can't just explain the limits of logic.
No, you're using logic to say that it doesn't apply here. It's dumb. You still doing the same thing. You still look. Yo, 20-year-old kid.
I see.
20-year-old kid. Okay, look at this. I'm going to demonstrate something. I'm going to demonstrate it for you. Here's the demonstration of how dumb your position is. If you ask me, hey, where'd the hammer come from? And I say, Well, you say, "Hey, justify the hammer," and I say, I take the hammer and I use the hammer. I put something in the put a screw in a wall or something like that, a nail in a wall, hammer and nail in a wall, and I say, "Hey, see, justified it right there." You're using the hammer to justify the hammer. That's not the level of question that I'm asking you. I'm asking you about the hammer itself. So a hammer is composed of some type of material. So you would have to then, describe where it came from, what it's made out of, where it's grounded in, something like that, right?
It's grounded in our minds.
If it's just grounded in the mind, and human minds are finite, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if it's grounded in the mind, by mind is that like a mind is conceptual then, right? This would be something that's immaterial.
No, like biological mind. Like I'm a materialist. I'm a hard materialist.
Oh, so you're a hard materialist. Okay. So since you're a hard materialist and logic
That's
is
where I get nominalism from.
Got it. Fair
That's
enough. Fair enough. If it's the case that logic is grounded in the brain itself, then what molecule?
Not the brain, but like in some ways, by materialist, I mean all that exists within time and space.
Great. What if it's grounded in the brain? The mind.
You said brain. I'm not saying.
So it's not in the brain. So where is it?
It could be in the brain, but I'm not holding it strictly there. I'm saying I'm a hard materialist. It just exists within time and space. Anything that's spatial or temporal. Maybe we have some non-local field of consciousness.
Wait, time out. When you're speaking about
vibrating on some quantum realm that we don't understand yet. I don't know.
Okay, then you don't know. Then you're not giving me a demonstration of it. You just don't know.
The exact mechanism of consciousness, I still believe it's material, though.
Okay, if it's the case that consciousness is material, and the material would be where? In the brain?
It could be in the brain, or it could be non-local. That's still material.
Where else would it be?
Quantum field theory, bro.
Okay, so it would be in a quantum field, and this quantum field would be material, like made up of particles.
Quantum
and
physics
stuff.
is a part of materialism. Yes.
Okay, it would be made up of particles and stuff.
Well, no, quantum is subparticles, so subatomic. It's fields at a certain point. It's like I'm not a quantum physicist, so I couldn't articulate.
Well, no, it's some form of particles, photons, and stuff like that. So it will be it will be particles.
Okay, there's things smaller than photons.
It still would be particles. If there's things that's smaller than a photon, then it will be a particle. But that's okay. Where is minds? Okay, if you're a materialist, that's fine, man. And you're saying that logic is grounded in the mind necessarily isn't grounded in the brain, then I'm just asking you, then where is logic grounded in? Where does it derive from?
Well, again, you see, you're still thinking it's universal. Logic is contingent. It's contingent on the mind. Logic doesn't exist without the mind. Okay,
so if logic exists, so if human beings wasn't here, 1 + 1 wouldn't equal 2.
For the most part, yeah.
So is there a part?
I mean, I get what you're saying.
Is there a small part where 1 + 1 would equal 2?
What do you mean?
You said for the most part. So is there a small part? Most isn't all. So is there a small part where 1 + 1 would not equal 2?
So it's true in the sense that when we say 1 + 1, we're quantizing specific amounts. So you remember the law of identity here? For me, hold on. This is literally my worldview. I think logic and truth is an interactionary thing, right? In order to identify, you need to actually encapsulate one specific thing within time or space. When we say one what? Why are we in the entire universe solidifying it to just this one thing? That is, you need an agent to actually do that, to categorize. How do you have the ability to quantify it? Can you quantify if you don't have the ability to quantize is the question. But the ability to quantize comes from a mind.
Okay. So if logic isn't, just stop it. Logic isn't immaterial.
Yes, that is trivially true.
Okay.
But
so
in order to do the math
can
and actually
you,
individualize
has
that,
scientists, just stop it. Has scientists ever came across consciousness, actually discovered it within some form of materialistic substance? No, they haven't. Have
humans?
No. Okay.
Are we not material? Are we not conscious?
If they found it in humans, right? Then what molecule did they find it in?
presupposing consciousness comes from molecule. I said fields, so quantum fields. Why are we? This is not my molecule.
So you just said humans. Humans is made up of matter, flesh and matter.
And quantum fields.
Human beings is made up of flesh and matter. Okay, real quick. I got you. If you're a physicalist, then human beings are made up of flesh and matter, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm just asking you the logic that you believe in, right? You saying that it comes from the human mind, consciousness, right? Now, this human mind, and real quick, we got a lot of people, straight eight. I see you back here. And Chris, you guys got to turn on your camera via YouTube and I'll bring you up. And then for the folks on TikTok, I'll start bringing up some folks momentarily. But anyways, let's go ahead and just end this real quick. It's going to be very simple. So if it's the case that logic comes from material and you cannot give an account or any justification or any type of empirical evidence for where exactly it comes from, you're just saying that, well, it could come from this, it could come from that, but you don't know. This is not giving.
It comes from minds. I just explained it.
No. Okay, if it comes from minds, then where does minds come from? You don't know.
Minds evolved on Earth.
What are you evolved from on Earth from what?
From abiogenesis. So,
from what? What matter? Where can we find it? With it, is it any type of scientific experiment that we can do to find? Oh, wait! In this material substance, there's the mind. That's where the mind derives from. Oh, in this material substance, this is where the concept of logic, this is where this derives from. You cannot do that. Thus, you are just lying and talking nonsense.
This is a false dichotomy.
No, it's not a false dichotomy. You're a physicalist. You said a hard physicalist. So you don't believe in immaterial concepts. You don't believe in immaterials at all.
I don't.
So you only believe in things that are material, things that are made up of matter and particles and stuff like that. So please demonstrate for me, right? You can even, if you want, you can share your screen. Bring up some sort of scientific paper where it's like, we discovered in this particle with this material, the mind derives from logic itself. Derives from this.
Bring up that paper. I can actually bring up the paper.
It doesn't exist.
I can turn on my camera. Yes, I can. I can bring up the paper.
It doesn't exist.
I'm turning on my camera. Turning the paper right now.
That's fine. It just can't have. If you're gonna play like a video or something, it just can't have no music in it.
No, it's just words. It's literally a paper. It's a scientific paper. Here it is. So
no, why don't you give me the link to it? I can share it up on my screen. Yeah, give me the link to it.
I can give you can you Google the title? I don't have a link because I literally have the PDF. I don't have the link. I don't look it up. It's
and in this paper, it would be scientific evidence. So real quick, time out. I don't even need the paper. If you got the evidence right there, remember before you were like, I don't know, it could be this, it could be that. Well, you got the paper. Why don't you just read to me exactly where logic itself derives from? What's the molecule? What's the name of it? Where it derives from? What cell?
So first I'll start with the mind, and then from the mind I'll extrapolate how this gets. Because it's two papers.
Yeah, where does the mind come from?
And then this paper.
What physical matter does the mind derive from?
Yep, I'll get there. This is where it goes. All right. So first off, this paper provides a novel. I'm literally explaining it. You asked me for the proof. Don't get mad if
just get to. It should be like one sentence. Just get to it. Find it.
It should be one sentence, bro. One thing, so it's a little more complicated. But
no, it's not that complicated. If it's all matter, right?
It is.
Okay, listen. If it's matter, my question is very simple. Then, like we know with scientific evidence, if that paper is a scientific paper, then they should have a name for where it derives from, the type of matter, logic or consciousness or the mind itself derives from, because nothing is immaterial, is basically all just material.
Okay.
In your world.
Now, here we go. For consciousness is basically as an aggregate of an output of a continuous temporally integrated subconscious processing system. Then we define the.
No, you're not telling me where it's at. Hold on. What are you talking about?
Is it gonna explain? So you think it's one sentence. It's not.
Where does it come from? Where is it at? Where did they find it?
It comes from the subconscious, and the subconscious is made of biological mechanisms.
Okay, and where biological mechanisms? Yes. What biological mechanisms is the subconscious?
we define the subconscious as an accumulation of experiential processing occurring in a temporal domain.
Accumulation of experiences. So this is nonsense. They didn't find is experiences matter.
Bro.
Wait, listen.
Wait.
Is when you experience.
You don't know what though. You don't know
Stop
what
it. No, stop it. Stop it. No, stop it. Because I'm debunking it now. And I'm gonna let you read the rest of it, but let's do it one by one. So when you have an experience, does that experience is it identical to matter?
Bro, you don't experience things in your subconscious, bro.
Listen, stop it real quick. Experience itself, right?
This is talking about subconscious experience.
Even if it's subconscious experience, you still have experiences subconsciously and consciously, right? Correct. So even in the subconscious, it's an experiment. It's an experience. And is the experience that you have subconsciously, is that identical to what you've experienced?
Yes.
Okay, so it's identical to the external world? No.
Well, no.
Doofus is what you experience. So, for an example, let's break it down.
Are you just asking me
real quick? I'm going to ask you a question where you can understand it much deeper, right? Because you're going to have a problem with, and this is a lot of these atheists, they don't have access to the external world when they're a physicalist. Because where is the relationship between the matter and the experience? Well, this would be something that doesn't have any matter. There's no particles involved. So real quick, stop it. I'm going to ask you a question. So when you look at the, let's say,
I actually recant my statement. I recant. It is identical. It is identical to the external world. It is.
That's fine. If it's identical to the external world, you are even in a bigger hole. So another question: when you look at 7 bananas, is the number 7? The set of 7 bananas, is that identical to the bananas?
Of those specific bananas that I'm identifying with my mind.
The set, I'm going to ask the question again. When you are observing in the external world, 7 bananas.
Yes.
Okay. Is that identical? Is the number 7 identical with the bananas?
I get what
with
you're
the
saying,
set of bananas. Yes or no?
This is trivially true. You're just using doxastic states. You're using the mind.
Answer the question. Is it identical?
Yes, when you count, you can count. Yes.
Okay. So it is. So wait. If it's identical, if the set of 7 is identical to the set of bananas, then is the set is the set of 7 in your mind of bananas the same set of 7 in my mind of bananas?
Bro, you're gonna debunk this, bro?
Answer my question. Don't obfuscate. Real quick, bro. Don't obfuscate. Answer my question real quick, because you're saying that it's identical, and I'm going to demonstrate how it's not identical. So the question is, the 7 bananas in your mind identical to the 7 bananas in my mind?
Sorry. So yeah, for the most part, in casual conversation.
Okay, so the molecules in your mind is the molecules in your brain is identical to the molecules in my brain? Is the molecules in your brain identical to the molecules in my brain?
Foundationally, yeah.
No, stupid. That was the most dumbest thing. It is not identical.
Bro,
that is a lie. So wait, if it's identical, then this means that we don't need to interpret anything. Then whatever you observe, I would observe the same thing. This gets rid of perception. This would get rid of we having different perceptions of things. Stop it. If it's identical, then human beings wouldn't perceive things differently. So if you like this video and want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.